Hello students, today we will discuss problems on issue of shares. Look at problems on issue of shares. Problem number 11. A limited company has an authorized capital of 5 lakhs divided into shares of rupees 10 each. So how many number of equity shares we will get? 5 lakhs is our total capital divided by each share value is 10. So we will get 50,000 shares. We will get 50,000 number of shares. Of these, so total we have 50,000 number of shares. Of these, 8,000 shares were issued as fully paid in payment in building purchased. See, generally we will issue shares for cash. Sometimes we will issue shares for other than cash. Other than cash means we are purchasing the asset and we are issuing the shares. Instead of paying cash, we are issuing shares. So how many shares we are issuing? 8,000 shares. How many shares we are issuing? 8,000 shares. Each share value is how much? 10. So it becomes 80,000 rupees. So what is the value of building? 80,000. Okay. Next, 16,000 shares were issued to the public. 16,000 shares were issued to the public. Right. 5 being payable on application. What is the face value of share? 10. So out of these 10, what is the application money we will receive? 5 rupees. At the time of allotment, how much we receive? 3 rupees. And first and final call, 2 rupees. Okay students, next 3 rupees on allotment and 2 rupees on call. The full amount due to the shares was received except from a holder of 750, just a minute, holder of 750 shares on which only application money was received. We issued to the public 16,000 shares. Public subscribed for 16,000 shares and they paid amount also 5 rupees on application, 3 rupees on allotment and 2 rupees on first and final call. But there is one shareholder to whom we have issued 750 shares on which he paid only application money. That means he failed to pay allotment money and first and final call money. His shares were forfeited after giving him due notice. So because of due to non-payment of the allotment amount and call amount, we have forfeited his shares. What is the meaning of forfeited? Cancelled. Subsequently, these shares were reissued at 7 per share. So, whatever the shares we have cancelled, all of them were reissued at 7 per share. Give entries to record the transactions in the books of the company and show how they would be shown in balance sheet. What is the requirement? Journal and balance sheet. Okay, now take out your notebooks. Take out your notebooks. Take out your notebook. Problem number 11. Problem number 11. First, write down the requirement. Requirement. What is the requirement? First one, journal. Second one, balance sheet. First one, journal. Second one, balance sheet. Now, we to prepare journal, what we need? Transactions. Tell me, what are the transactions we have? First transaction. These transactions you need not to record in the examination. For understanding purpose, I am writing here. What are the transactions we have? First one, purchase of building. Purchase of building by issue of shares. By issue of shares. By issue of shares. Second one, now after completion of this purchase of building by issue of shares, next we will start writing our normal entries for issue of shares. What is the first entry? Receipt of application money. Second entry, second transaction, transfer of application money to share capital. Next one, allotment amount due. Allotment amount due. Next one, receipt of allotment. Receipt of allotment amount. Next one, first and final call due. Next one, receipt of first and final call. Next one, forfeiture of shares. Forfeiture of shares. Next one, reissue of shares. So this is the sequence of, these are the sequence of transactions that we have to record in journal. Okay students, now make it fast, try to write down. If you want you can pass it and you can write it. Now I'm moving. Now draw journal pro forma. So to prepare journal we need first transactions. Okay, here we have transactions. Next, you should know what is the entry you have to write for each and every transaction. After that, you need amount to write in debit column and credit column. Now, I always suggest to prepare one statement for issue of shares. How much amount we have received on application, allotment, and first and final call, or first call or final call separately. Now here we try to prepare the statement. Draw a statement. If you prepare this statement comfortably, you can complete the answer. So you need not to search for the amounts again and again. Make it fast, make it fast. First column, application money received. Application money received. Next column, allotment amount due. Allotment amount due. Next, receipt arrears. Receipt arrears. Next, first and final call amount due, receipt, arrears. Okay, simple problem it is. Now write down application money received, application money received. Next one, allotment amount due, allotment amount due. Next one, received, that means allotment amount received. Next, allotment amount arrears. Next, first and final call due, received, arrears. Okay, tell me, what is the amount due on application? Amount due on application 5, allotment 3, first and final call 2. Okay, tell me how much amount we have received. We have issued 16,000 shares, public also subscribed 16,000 shares, so we will receive money 16,000 into 5. How much? Do calculate. 16 5s are 80, so we will receive 80,000. We will receive 80,000. Okay, so allotment amount due same, 16,000 shares into 3, 48,000. 16 3s are 48. How much amount received? Before received, go to arrears. In the problem they said on 750 shares we have received only application money. We have received only application money. Look at, on 750 shares, on 750 shares, on 750 shares on which only application money was received, that means arrears, first call allotment amount not received, first and final call amount also not received. Is it clear? Now first arrears, on how many shares we are not receiving money? On 750 shares, 750 into 3, 750 into 3, 2250. Is it or not? 750 into 3, 2250 into, sorry, 750 into 3 into 3, 2250. So total amount receivable 48,000. On out of that 2250 we are not receiving, minus 48,000. So we will receive 45,750. We will receive 45,750. Now first call 16,000 into 2, so we have to receive 32,000. Arrears 750 into 2, 1500. 750 into 2, 1500. So we will receive 30,500. Yes, students. So statement also over. Now, without wasting much time, come to journal. Now, draw journal pro forma. What happened? Okay. Date, last two columns for debit amount, credit amount, and one column for ledger folio. Right, first put the heading. Heading is important. in the books of what? In the books of a limited company. In the books of a limited company. In the books of limited company. In the books of a limited company journal. Write down the column names, date, particulars, ledger folio, debit rupees, credit rupees. Okay, what is the first entry? Look at the transactions. First transaction is what? Purchase of building by issue of shares. So what is the entry for this? Write down the entry is this is the first entry and we don't have any date. Write down building account to debit. See, we are purchasing building, that means we are receiving asset. So building account to debit. How much? 80,000. How 80,000? We have issued 8,000 shares of rupees 10 each. So to equity share capital account. 80,000 being building purchased being building purchased by issue of 8,000 shares of rupees 10 each. 8,000 shares of rupees 10 each. This is our first entry. Now look at what is the next transaction. Receipt of application money. What is the entry for that? Tell me what is the entry for receipt of application money. Bank account debit to equity share application account. Write down. We are receiving money. So bank account debit. How much you are receiving? Look at the statement. 80,000 we are receiving. 80,000 to equity share application account. 80,000 being application money received. Being share application money received. Okay, next. What is the next entry? Third one. Before that, what is the transaction? Transfer of application money to equity share capital. Right? Whatever the application money we have received on equity shares, that we have to transfer to application, so capital account. Right? So third one, we are transferring application money. Earlier application account is credit. Now we are transferring means it is debited. Equity share application account debit, same amount write down 80,000 to equity share capital account 80,000. Is it or not? So write down the narration being application money transferred to share capital. Over. If you have any doubts, you can write in the comments box. So I will try to reply. Next, third one over. Next, fourth one. Fourth one. So application money received, application money transferred to share capital. Two entries over. Next one, allotment amount due, receipt of allotment amount. So write down the entry. What is the entry for allotment amount due? Write down equity share allotment account to debit. What is the amount due? Look at the statement. 48,000. You have to write a due amount. 48,000 to equity share capital account. To equity share capital account 48,000. Just a minute. 48,000. 48,000. What is the narration? Being allotment amount due. Allotment amount due. Being allotment amount due. Being allotment amount due. Write down. Next. Next entry is what? Next entry. Babu. Next entry is what? So allotment amount due. Next. Allotment amount received. Tell me what is the entry for receipt of allotment? Bank account to debit. Bank account to debit. How much we have received? 45,750. Look at the amount. 45,750. What about remaining 2,250? You can write here calls in arrears. This calls in arrears entry you can write at end or you can also write here. So put together 48,000 to equity share allotment account. Equity share allotment account. What is the entry? Being allotment amount received. Being allotment amount received. Is it okay? Next. What is the next entry? First and final call amount due. First and final call amount due. What is the entry for first and final call amount due? Same. Entry for allotment. What is the entry for allotment? Equity share allotment account debit to equity share capital account. So for instead of allotment account, you can replace first and final call. Simple entry. Right on. Sixth one. Equity share first and final call account debit. How much amount due? 32,000. Look at the statement. To equity share capital account 32,000. Is it or not? To equity share capital account 32,000. What is the narration? Being first and final call account, final call amount due. Sorry, final call amount due. Is it clear? Now next. Seventh one. Now receipt of this first and final call. Yes, receipt of first and final call. What is the entry? Bank account to debit. Bank account to debit. How much we have received? 30,500. 30,500. So whatever the remaining 1,500 calls in arrears, amount not received, no? So calls in arrears account debit to equity share first and final call account 32,000. Being, so what is the narration will write? Being first and final call amount received. Write on. Being first and final call amount received. Being first and final call amount received. Okay. Next one. So till here we have completed how many transactions we have completed to get purchase of building by issue of shares over, receipt of application money over, transfer over, allotment amount due, receipt of allotment amount, first and final call amount due, receipt of first and final call. Now this is the time for forfeiture of shares. Sir, why we are cancelling the shares? Why? Because the shareholder he failed to pay allotment amount and first and final call amount, so that we are cancelling his shares. Tell me, what is the entry for cancellation of shares or forfeiture of shares? Quickly. Now from here I will change the color. Yeah. Tell me, what is the entry? Equity share capital account debit. Equity share capital account debit to share forfeiture account to calls in arrears account. To calls in arrears account. Sir, entry is fine. Then tell me the amounts. Everyone, tell me the amounts. Now first come to debit account, equity share capital. So here please refer the notes. So how many shares we have cancelled? 750 shares into what is the called up amount? The company called 5 rupees application, 3 rupees allotment, 2 rupees first and final call. So total how much called up? 10. So multiply with 10, 7,500. Now share forfeiture account. So here how, what is the amount we have to write? Shares forfeited into shares forfeited, number of shares forfeited into, out of this application allotment and first and final call, how much amount the shareholder paid. He paid only application money, so multiply with 5. How much we will get? 3,750. 3,750. Next, call scenarios. If you want, you can write it 750 shares into unpaid amount, 3 rupees unpaid, 2 rupees unpaid, put together 5, 3,750. Or simply you can take the difference of debit and credit. Debit 7,500, credit 3,750, difference is 3,750. Is it clear? Now write down the narration. being being 750 shares of rupees 10 each forfeited due to what? Due to non-payment of calls money. Okay, next. So Share forfeiture entry also over. Now we have to write reissue entry. So write down reissue entry. Tell me what is the reissue entry? Quick. Try to remember. What is the reissue entry? If you want, you can refer the notes. What is the reissue entry? Ninth entry. Reissue. Bank account debit. Bank account debit. Tell me how many shares we are reissuing. We are reissuing 750 shares. Multiply. How much you are reissuing? How much you are receiving? 7. How much you are receiving? 7. Now, what is the amount here? 750 into 7. 5,250. 5,250. Next, next. Actually, what is the face value of share? 10. Face value of the share is 10, but you are issuing at only 7. So, what is the discount? 3 rupees discount. 3 rupees discount. So, this discount we will set off against share forfeiture account. This discount we will set off against share forfeiture account. Sir, what is this share forfeiture account? First of all, share forfeiture account is nothing but what? Amount paid by the shareholder, that amount we are transferring to a separate account called share forfeiture account. This amount we will not refund to that shareholder, so that this amount we will adjust or we will utilize to set off the loss on reissue of shares, right? So how many shares we are reissuing? 750 shares. What is the discount on per share? 3 rupees. So 1,750. Sorry, 1,000. Yeah, 750. 1,000. 2,250. No, 2,250. 2,250. 2,250. To your reissuing shares. So to equity share capital account. Equity share capital account. How much? 7,500. 750 shares we are issuing. 750 shares into 10 rupees. Face value is 10. Being 750 forfeited shares were reissued. That's it. What next? Now look at, have you reissued all the forfeited shares? Yes. In that case, check out, do you have any balance in share forfeiture account? Actually, share forfeiture account is credit with 3,750, debit with 2,250. 2,250. So what is the profit here? 1,500. What is the profit here? 1,500. Difference. So this 1,500 we will transfer to capital reserve. Last entry write down. Last entry write down. Share forfeiture account debit. Already we have discussed some problems based on this concept. Share forfeiture account debit. What is the balance you have? 1,500 to capital reserve. To capital reserve account 1,500 being balancing share forfeiture account transferred to capital reserve. Okay, fine. So with this, we have completed all the journal entries. So after journal, next we have to prepare balance sheet. First, put the heading for balance sheet. A limited company balance sheet as on. Do you have any date? Nothing. So that's it. Now draw the balance sheet pro forma. See, this is a company. We have to prepare the balance sheet in vertical form as per schedule 3. So what's the pro forma? Tell me. Three small columns. Okay, last column for amount, another column for note reference number. Now write down column names, particulars, note number, amount, amount, amount. So first write down, what is the first thing? Equity and liabilities. Equity and liabilities. Okay, under that you have to write shareholders funds, shareholders funds. Under that again you have to write share capital. Under shareholders funds we have to write share capital. For share capital always prepare note number 1. Do you have any reserves and surplus in the problem? Yes, we have. So look at the last entry, capital reserve. We have capital reserve. So write down reserves and surplus. Reserves and surplus. Note number 2. That's it. You need not to write liabilities. Non-current liabilities or current liabilities, nothing. So total. Next, second thing, assets. Under assets, we have first one, non-current assets. Non-current assets. Sir, what is this non-current assets? We have building. We have building. So we have non-current building comes under non-current asset. Under the write down tangible assets. Tangible assets. Under the write down property, plant and equipments. Property, plant and equipments. Note number 3. Note number 3. Next, second one, write down current assets. Current assets. Current assets. Under current assets, cash and cash equivalents. Cash and cash equivalents. cash and cash equivalents. So note number 4. That's it. Total. Total. So make it first. Total. So now do prepare these notes 1, 2, 3, 4. So put the heading notes to accounts. सर हम लोग ये पूरा करना क्या? Yes, compulsory. Why? Because this is a company. We have to follow Companies Act 2013 rules and regulations. So we have specified pro forma under Schedule 3, right? Notes to accounts. Notes to accounts. So what is your first note? Share capital. Share capital. How many kinds of shares we have? We have two kinds of shares, equity and preference. But in the problem, we have only equity shares. So first write on equity share capital. Write on equity share capital. Equity share capital. Under equity share capital, we have to show the capital in under three headings: authorized, issued, subscribed. First write on authorized. Authorized capital. How many shares we have? Total capital is 5 lakhs. This 5 lakhs is divided into 50,000 shares of rupees 10 each. So 50,000 shares of rupees 10 each. How much you will get? 5 lakhs. And this 5 lakhs we should not count for. Okay, draw two lines. Next, issued capital. Issued capital. How many shares we have issued? 8,000 rupees for the building. 16,000 sorry, 8,000 shares for the building. 16,000 shares for the for cash. Okay, total 24,000 shares. Total 24,000 shares. So write down 24,000 shares of rupees 10 each. 10 each. So mention out of the above shares. Out of the above shares. 8,000 shares of rupees 10 each issued for other than cash. Other than cash. This fact you have to mention. Yes. So total becomes how much? 2,40,000. And this also should not form part of our total capital. Okay. Then what will form part of your capital? Only subscribed capital. Subscribed and paid up. Okay. Now write down subscribed capital. Subscribed capital. This we have to show under subscribed and fully paid up, subscribed but not fully paid up. So it is subscribed and fully paid up. Fully paid. All the shares were fully paid. So how many shares? 24,000 shares of rupees 10 each. 2,40,000. Is it clear? Now this will form part of your balance sheet, right? Total kira 2,40,000. 2,40,000. So this is our working note. That means note 1 share capital. Now note 2. Write down note 2. Note 2 is what? Reserves and surplus. reserves and surplus. Simple, only one thing. What is that? Capital reserve. Capital reserve, right on. Capital reserve we have 1500. So 1500. Next one is what? 3. Not 3. Property, plant and equipments. Property, plant and equipments. Equipments. All right. We have only building. Only one thing we have, that is building. How much building? 80,000. The fourth one, cash and cash equivalents. Cash and cash equivalents. So we have only cash at bank. So make it fast, make it fast. Cash at bank. Cash at bank. So count how much cash you have received. At the time of application, we have received 80,000. At the time of application, we have received 80,000. Allotment 45,750. Okay. Next, first call 30,500. Next, 5,750. Add wherever bank account is debited. Add all those things. Add all those things. 80,000 plus 45,750 plus 30,500 plus 5,750. 1 lakh 30,500 plus, is it 5,750 or okay, 5,250, sorry, 5,250 last, 5,250. So here it is 5,250. 1,61,500. 1,61,500. Now write down 1,61,500. Now substitute all the amounts from the notes to the balance sheet. What is your share capital? What is your share capital? 2,40,000. What is your reserves and surplus? 1,500. Total put together 241,500. Now third one, property, plant and equipment. How much you have? 80,000. And what is your cash and cash equivalents? 1,61,500. Total comes 2,41,500. This is your total balance sheet. Understand? So I will show this problem again. If you want, you can take screenshots. Right? This is first page. This is first page. And this is second page. Second page. And this is third page. Third page. And this is fourth page. Fourth page. And this is fifth page. And this is sixth page. That's it. Okay, so try to try to practice this problem again, and we will meet in the next video. Till then, bye bye everyone.